Hi everyone and welcome to Let's Talk with Gwen. Now, over the past few weeks, I have been talking about how to transcend you, goal setting, what can happen when you're doing those goals, what can be triggered, and then why, looking at your why. So although this is not part of the series, what I want to talk about today is failure and what we mean by failure. We live in a society and a culture whereby competition and success are what matter. And I want to say a little bit about why I think failure matters. I think failure is our greatest success. So, why am I saying that? Well, it came up in my challenge, and I've seen it in the group that I'm also doing the challenge with, how people become so defined by their failure. I noticed that when I failed at one of my goals, even though I succeeded in a load of others, I felt that the failure completely overshadowed the successes. So this made me think more about this area. And what I was thinking was, when we're children, toddlers, and we're learning to walk, we don't get up and walk immediately. We fall over many times. Nobody says, oh my goodness, that child's a failure. That child's going to be a failure in life. We start to eat for the first time and quite often don't even make our mouths. The food ends up all over our face. Nobody says, oh my goodness, that child's a failure. It's not till we get to school that we really begin to understand what that word means, or at least what it means in our culture and our society, because we have to succeed. We have to compete. Now, you might say, yes, but that teaches you for the outside world. But does it really? Is that the world that we want? How about if we co-created, pulled our strengths? So, say, for instance, there's an area in your life where you don't feel that that is something you excel at. Well, then it gives somebody else an opportunity to bring that strength to the table for them to excel. It doesn't put that pressure on us either to be good at everything. It also means that we can focus in on the things that we actually really enjoy. So why do I say failure is our greatest success? Because it is the greatest teacher. We learn so much by failing, far more than what we ever learn through our successes. Failure is a teacher, a provider of information, an opportunity giver. It allows us to grow and develop. It may not be comfortable, but that's okay as well. Success sometimes isn't comfortable either. There's a lot of people actually don't know how to handle success. And learning how to handle failure is a great guide in life. See it as your best friend. Love it, embrace it, allow it. Don't be ashamed of it. How often do we see people being vulnerable, sharing their disappointments, their sense of failure around relationships and business, family, home, whatever? And actually what it does, it endears them to us. And it brings out that thing called empathy. So we always like to stop with a few tips. And here are my 3 tips for failure. 1, see when you feel that you might have failed at something. Just go, yes, yes, wonderful, magnificent. Enjoy it. 2, celebrate your successes. Do not let that failure overshadow all your successes. And finally, tip 3, when you do feel that you failed at something, You don't want to give it power. It's so easy in our minds to go over and over something. Why did we do that? Could we not have done it differently? Don't do that. You're giving it power and you're anchoring it into your body and you're allowing it to become a belief. Take the situation, look at it, and write down all the things that maybe you could have done differently. Write down all the things that you've learned as a result, and write down all the ways in which you feel you have grown as a result of this. So, to fear or not to fear, that is the question. In my experience, the fear informs life. It allows you to live to the fullest. And it's time for us to change how we view failure. So please share with me in the boxes below, post maybe your experiences of failure, what you learnt from it, how you maybe changed direction, how you reflected on it, anything at all. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you once again for listening to me. Bye.